We become victimized by this arm, right arm, the left arm, other products that we have accomplished here on this earth, because it becomes a part of us. It becomes a part of our heritage. It becomes our reviving, destructive mind of an addiction of the right arm, the left arm, the right eye, left eye, or the leg. We can't live without these things because it is our nature. Well, I'm saying this here. I'm saying this because God got me up early, talked to me last night, got me up early to speak to you about this thing. And when Jesus spoke in, I think, St. Matthew chapter 7, told us if your right eye offend you, pluck it out. Your left eye offend you, pluck it out. Your arm, it's better to go to heaven with one of these them than to go to heaven with both of these. He was really not talking about power. He was talking about the characteristics of the man, that we are full with characteristics. What we do, we is addicted to them. We is afraid to say no to either of the two. We want all of them. We'd rather go to hell with all of them than to get rid of one and leave. The same way it is at the United States of America. They know they don't have no business taking that man's oil over there and lie and lie and lie, because at the end, the characteristic of the mind is going to destroy the person. This is the eyes seeing it all. He got to have that all. This is his legs that will take him to take that oil as a strong man. Impose weapons of mass destruction upon this man and kill him and take his oil. It's his legs open. So is the oil open in those people over there. Even though God made it one of his greatest blessings, but at the same time it became Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, everybody over in the oil-rich region, it became their greatest curse. How can this be a blessing to you when the bloodsuckers and the leeches who don't have the oil, who have came and take you away from your law that God gave you and told you don't depart from Islam? How can you say it's a blessing to you and it's causing you to kill your brother or your sister? How can it be a blessing to you when it calls you to shed blood in your own hand in the name of peace and there is no end in sight? How can it be a blessing to you when it calls you and your adversary to hold hand in hand, and he come in and you can't buy or sell your crude oil unless he say give you authority to do so? And how can it be a blessing to you when take away the sacred oaths that you made with your God, an oath greater than any oath, and put it under your feet in exchange for the oath and the law called democracy? If there was a greater offender to the human flesh above the arm that God told you to disregard and do away with, why should you let this be a stumbling block or a pitfall placed in your way to deny you from eternal life and to guide you into eternal destruction, where there's weeping and wailing and knowledge of teeth, and there is no way of the dead? I'm telling you this because God told me to put on my heart to tell you. He said, "Thus said the Lord." A few months ago, almost a year ago, about a year ago, I said this. There was a stimulus package given to the United States, or to the people of the United States of America. Why did they do this? A stimulus package. It's not to benefit you. If a bloodsucker got to use you for blood and he is sucking with his beak stuck down in your body and he ain't getting no substance of life, he got to try to do something to revive you because he know in his heart if he don't revive you, he can't suck no more. He could tell you anything. The government have power over you, but the part was he is to give you more blood some kind of way so he could have more to suck out your body because he's a blood sucker. He's a parasite. He's a leech. He's a predator. If you don't live, then he got to fall down and die. If you die, he got to die. So that's the reason our addiction to not being able to say no, and our addiction to not want to die afraid of death, we keep the parasite alive because of those two formalities. So if you say that I don't care about life anymore, that means you ain't gonna care about buying nothing on their credit card. You ain't gonna want no loan. You ain't gonna want no house. Because it's he dependent upon you to buy a house with this high interest rate. So he could be a bloodsucker to suck, be the middleman to suck your blood, being a parasite or a leech, a bloodsucker or a predator. So when you live, he live, but if you just say that I'm not going to do this here, I'm not going to remodel my house, you lay down and die, even though you won't die physically, you would have gotten rid of that stuff that became that you saw as a blessing, but would have became one of your greatest curses. And as you go and get rid of that stuff that the drug dealer sitting around watching you, seeing how much you bring in, if you go and they set up a trap to try to take your house, thinking you're going to fight for it with your addiction, tear that sucker down. If you got that house and you got it paid for, it's your right. You can tear it down. Tear it down, put a chain link fence around there, and raise you some turnip greens or something that you could eat. Then the bloodsucker won't be telling you what you need to repair on that house. You took that blood from him. He can't suck that blood that he ain't got. Once you have that, tear that joker down, you done got rid of him. Because this is the arm that you need to cut off. It's better to go to heaven with both one arm, man with one arm, than to go to hell with two. So when you take that arm, that excitement that bloodsucker watching you day in and day out as a predator, because that parasite needs your blood to survive, and you tear that building down, he can't come to you no more. The same way it is about Barack Obama's stimulus package. People that they wouldn't have that along, they got along. And I own a house in Pine Bluff, they're going to sit up there and write me a bad-faced lie that these people bring up fictitious name because these people's all on drugs. They're going to attach them to your house and tell you that you allow them people to get this on false pretense. No, them people ain't did this. This is what this Barack Obama package did. So my point is, I'm going to have that house dismantled and put a chain link fence around that sucker so they can't use it, say I'm selling drugs out of. I'm going to have it dismantled, took down. I done put security doors around there, and they come up with the lies like I done let somebody have it. I'm going to show them I go homeless before I serve that devil in his laws. I will tear that sucker down, and I'll have me a lot here and out there, and a camper trailer where I can go here and there, down in the country where there's no laws and rules and regulations. I go sleep in that joker there, cook on the thing, go back down the base, and won't